Steve Elliott give them the finger.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. As Michelle has already alluded to, I have been blessed to be, in my whole professional career, in the service of other people. And I have drawn great energy and great inspiration from that. Tonight, I'm going to share with you some stories that have resonated with me, and I hope by sharing these stories, they will help you on your journey. You may not deal with customers directly in your current role, but I think if you really examine your job, you will find that most of us are dealing with either an internal or an external customer. And so while some of these stories may be related more to a retail setting, I think you'll still find them applicable to your own professional careers. The first story I want to share with you is called Choosing Your Attitude. Now, I want everyone to think that we've all been signed up to work in one of the lousiest places in the world to work, a fish market. We're working 12 hours a day. We're slugging fish. We come home and our families are going, "P.U., get in the shower, would you?" We stink. And our backs ache from slugging the ice and slugging the fish for our customers. But in this place called Pike Place Fish Market in Seattle, you will not find a single worker there that will complain about their job. Yet what I described to you is exactly what they're working in. You will see energetic, bouncing from energy, engaging their guests, engaging their customers, and you look at them and you go, how are they doing this? They're choosing their attitude when they wake up. Let's face it, when we first get out of bed, we have a choice to make. We can think about the 12-hour shift that's waiting us at work, the physical, the stink, or we can think about all the guests we're going to delight, all the people that we're going to make an impact on in that 12-hour shift. The workers at Pike Place Fish Market choose to inspire their guests. They choose their attitude. I think it's a very powerful concept. Somebody else who got that concept down is Bob Farrell. I don't know if anyone's heard of Bob. Bob was an entrepreneur that ran a very successful chain of ice cream parlors in the northwest of the United States. I want to share with you a letter that came to Bob when he had first opened his business. Dear Mr. Farrell, you have the best hamburgers in Seattle. You have amazing ice cream, and I love your pickles. Whenever I'm in there, I always make sure to ask for an extra pickle, and your staff kindly oblige. But I must tell you, Mr. Farrell, on my last visit to your ice cream parlor, when I asked for my extra pickle, I got told, "I'm sorry, I'm going to have to charge you 75 cents for a side plate of pickles." Mr. Farrell, if that's the way you choose to run your business, count me out. You've lost me as a customer. Now, Bob had an interesting choice to make at that letter. He could have just brushed it aside as a one-off and gone on about his business, or he could have used it as a rallying cry. Well, Bob used it as a rallying cry. And the rallying cry became, "Give them the pickle!" Think about how you can make your customer's life more enjoyable. What's that one special thing that you do that nobody else does to make that customer's life more memorable? When his staff would come to him and say, "Bob, how do I handle the situation?" Bob's answer, "Give them the pickle." That became the rallying cry for Farrell's Ice Cream Parlor, and his staff embraced it. Now, Bob was also a smart businessman. He knew that without proper teamwork, the business was going to fail. I want to share with you a real powerful example that we all see in our daily lives in Canada and maybe take for granted. I'd like you all to picture a crisp autumn day. The leaves are changing golden colors of red and orange and yellow. We're sitting in our backyard sipping our morning coffee when suddenly we hear a distant honking coming across the sky. We look up and we see a majestic formation of geese flying overhead. Have you ever stopped to look at those geese and admire the teamwork that it takes for those geese to make that migration south? I think if you look at them from a different lens, you'll see that that teamwork that they exhibit is something that you can put into your daily lives as well. Did you know that those geese can fly 71% further because they're in a V formation? Did you also know that that honking you hear, that yes, maybe waking you up from your Sunday slumber, I admit, but that honking is encouragement for the geese that are at the front who are pulling the weight of the V formation. It's a powerful reminder we should always be recognizing those other members that are on our team. You'd also notice that the leader takes turns in that formation. It's not always the same geese flying up front. That geese will fall back, another one will come up. We have to share the workload. It's not up to one person to lead the team. We need a multitude of people that are willing to take control of the team and fly it in the right direction. So look at geese formation differently next time that you happen to see them in the September-October timeframe. And think about, how can I use that to make my team stronger where I work, or where even in your home life? I'm going to leave you finally with Bob Farrell's kind of standard that he communicated to his teams. And that is, I want the guests to leave happier than when they came in. Think about that. How many times have you left a business and have felt happier than when you actually entered it? It's a rare occasion, but it's one that we all need to really challenge ourselves if we're in that business of giving service, and that should be the standard that we shoot for. Thank you.